Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody. April 1st.
Happy April 1st.
Yes,
Happy April Fool's Day. Terry's in the sixth dimension. So,
yes. Oh my. Well, to all our guides in the chat that have wrenches, I'd like to let you know that I couldn't quite do the subscribe chat. So, kill the trolls quickly, please.
Keep an
Get
eye
out
out
there
for
and
them.
get 'em. Well, hi ladies. How you doing?
I'm
excellent.
great.
Excellent.
Thanks for having us, Terry. Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. It's such a thrill to be here on your channel.
Oh, thank you. I'm thrilled too that I made it. So
A long way back from the sixth dimension.
yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Well, do you guys have anything interesting happening?
Oh, I just finished the most beautiful reading. It was magical. And I got an image in the very beginning of the reading, and we went through all of her questions and finished, and we had like 5 minutes at the end. And I said, let's just see what that image was. I thought it was like a fairy or an angel. I couldn't figure out what it was. And it looked like a butterfly. And it looked like, you know how butterflies land on a flower, and then while they're pollinating or eating or whatever they're doing, their wings just move just ever so slightly. And it's like she was just resting. And so I said, I'm not sure what this is. So I tuned into my guides, and they told me it was her energy. And she said, oh my gosh, my father calls me Butterfly all the time.
Oh, man.
I got chills head to toe, and she was so thrilled. It was such a beautiful way to end the reading, and such a beautiful experience. She had lovely energy. I just had, and so I'm very, very pumped up.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was just watching your last video with Priscilla, and I want to ride in the princess carriage, the Arabian Nights princess carriage, and go to Hogwarts. I am all down for that.
We didn't go to Hogwarts, but yeah, it was beautiful. And she really, I mean, I was just reading her guides, and it was her energy. She was creating this whole thing that I was tapping into. And it was absolutely a beautiful experience. And I knew right away. I said, I would love to ask you. You can think about it. She goes, I don't need to think about it. You can share it. She said this was so cool.
Wow.
That's great.
Amazing. Nostradamus assistant. That's a pretty cool job. I'm going to take a second here, Terry Lee, to just talk to our chatters. Hey,
Oh,
I see
absolutely, please.
love. I see somebody I haven't seen before. Kate, just Kate. Wow, thanks for coming. Valerie S. We know you. And Butterfly Kisses Healing. Sharon Sipe. Melinda Salinas. What else? Oh, Janet P. I don't know if I said Janet P already. Oh, and Starfish.
Hi, everybody. And Terry, you know Kate from our dream class. We did the dream class with Allie.
Oh, cool.
That's Kate, just Kate. Yes.
Yeah,
And
but-
Ron,
yeah, but-
Unconditional Love, Chris MK.
Yeah, who is this Ron guy? That's what I want to know. Who is this Ron?
Who is this Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot?
Oh, look, Wisdom Seeker Joan is here.
Nice.
Hi, Wisdom
Joan.
Seeker Joan.
Yeah.
I don't see her yet.
She's way up at the top. And then
I see.
Kind of lurking.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
G. Covington. Yep. Oh, we got a lot of people here. That's great.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Oh, there she is. Here she is. She's saying, I'm here now. I see her.
I don't see any
Nice.
questions yet, so go ahead and send us some
Ooh,
questions.
Belinda Salinas needs some Reiki. She said she just had a tooth pulled yesterday. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
That is not fun. Terry Lee, what
Yes.
are you up to?
Well, if I could do some shameless plugging,
Let's do some.
I have been busy with an idea, as you ladies know, that the guides gave me, and then I resisted and they pushed me in the pool. So the idea is the show is called Walking into Worlds, and it's going to be an in-depth look at the life of psychic mediums. And I'll be doing one-on-one interviews with you two lovely ladies. And also Susan Lynn has joined in, and also Medium Kim sent me an email today.
Cool.
So I'll have dates and email details. I do have Jean on the 13th, and that will be the very first show. And I'll make sure and put up lots of thumbnails to guide everybody to it. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a little tiny bit of history, and then what it's like to be a psychic medium, and maybe some of the amazing things that have happened to us. And maybe in the chat, we'll take questions not about mediumship and mediumship, because we do that on our own shows, but about what it's like to be a psychic medium. And so if you've had something that happened to you think might be something that might be encouraging you to develop your mediumship or your psychic abilities, you can ask that in the chat and we'll answer. So it'll be wild. It'll be fun.
Wow.
Coming soon.
I think it's going to be amazing. What I have been up to is I became a patron of the Oracle of Whimsy.
Oh,
And
Wow.
I started taking her remote viewing class. So
awesome. I love her.
I'm it's only one class so far. I have a long ways to go.
You're perfect for it. That's perfect for you.
It's a little different than I thought. So
Oh, yeah.
Just like anybody else, I got to learn.
Sure.
And then the other thing I was, since I had the first class and I was less than stellar, I immediately became a Patreon of Susan Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
So I am also enjoying that a lot.
That is really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Susan Lynn's Patreon group. Yeah.
I was especially drawn to Susanna's video that was recently. And she's somebody who kind of journeys like I do a little bit. So it was kind of interesting to hear somebody talk about how they did it. And it also really gave me ideas for when I'm on your show with the how to be a psychic, or what's your psychic journey like.
Right. We're all individuals, so our individual experiences are going to be varied and different, and it's fun to share.
Being in two worlds at once all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Oh, look what I just saw. Oh, Carolyn Adams is here, and Juno. But I also, hang on, let me star. We got that.
I'm helping you with the stars.
Oh, thank you, because that's great. I was just, let me go back to the comments. I just saw that Ron Unconditional Love is going to have Susan Lynn on his April 9th show.
All right, Ron. We will check that out.
Yep. That'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so what do you I was also going to say one other thing. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the Alchemy Fair I live in the Pacific Northwest, and they're having a great big alchemy fair. And I had wanted to get a booth there, but during my mouth surgery, I forgot to do it. I forgot to look at all my emails and missed my opportunity. So I'm just going to go there, meet people, walk around.
I still think you should do a live show from the fair.
I will when I'm there. I will. I'll do a little pop up live, say something. I was hoping that Allie would be with me, but Allie's not feeling good. So if everybody would send Allie prayers, she would love it, because she's taking some new medication and not feeling well.
Yeah, definitely send her healing prayers.
Mm-hmm.
And all you Reiki people out there, let's get on it.
Yeah.
I too have a psychic fair that is happening on Sunday after the show, and I'm going to be going there in the evening. And I just have, don't you have like this burning interest just to sort of read people like as they're walking around, and sit down and say 5-minute free readings just to get some like experience with different people?
Yeah, I would love to. I just want to go and see who's there and what they know, and meet people.
Cool.
I've only been to one small psychic fair, and I did buy a reading there, and it was amazing. I got a healing.
Wow, cool.
A part of my past self I left behind, and she helped me bring it forward. And the funny thing was, is when we were in practice, there were several people who I practiced with who said, "Terry, there's something wrong here." They identified it, not as clearly as she did, but I was like, "Oh no, that time in my life was just fine. Everything's fine, fine." It wasn't fine. And this lady was able to identify it and kind of help me go through a healing in 30 minutes.
Wonderful. Wow.
Cool.
That's a talent. Cool.
Hi, T Barb. We just came on not like about 10 minutes ago. They're saying, how long have you guys been on? And also Melinda Salinas says that she wishes she had a fair to go to in Texas. And, you know, they may not call them psychic fairs in Texas. They may call them like mind, body, spirit, or natural living, or something like that. And then
metaphysical fair or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Jean, are you going to do a little live when you go to the fair?
I am not. It's going to be after a long day. I have, yeah. So I have my schedule is until 4, and then I'm just going to go from 4 to 7, just the tail end. I hope people aren't going to be, you know, closing down too soon, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not really good with lives on my phone anyway. I guess you could always try it, right? I don't think I have StreamYard on my phone. I only have YouTube on my phone, but I don't know. If you egg me on, I might.
I think you should.
We'll talk after the show. I'll tell you about little mobile mics you can get.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Okay, let's take a look at some of these questions. Wow. Okay, well, are you ready for questions, ladies?
Whenever you are, sure.
I'm ready. So G. Covington says, do my spirit, oh, I gotta put it up, sorry. It's been a while since I did this. Do my spirit guides have any advice for the crap that is going on at my place of work?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It must be really bad.
Well, you know, sometimes they tell us to remind us to tell stories, but in this case, they're telling me to tell Jean to tell a story.
Yeah, it's a beautiful story, and I can do that. I think this is a little bit different, but I can share that. And what happened is I have a coworker, and it's only one coworker who's extremely particular, demanding, and rigid, not flexible at all. And so something happened. I don't want to give too many details so that they stay anonymous. But what had happened was she likes particular things put in particular places, and is very insistent around it. And one day I had a maintenance person come in and do some repairs, and he saw her items and he thought that they were misplaced because they were in the particular area. So he brought it to another coworker and said, "Oh, look, I found these." And so long story short, the particular person who wanted her things in a particular area didn't realize that her particular things were moved. And the next day, another coworker came in and said, the maintenance man gave me these items. And I said, "Oh no, they were for so-and-so. And she doesn't like anybody touching her things, you know?" And I said, "Isn't that amazing when somebody is inflexible, insistent, and demanding, how these things just sort of happen? They are orchestrated. What are the chances that that maintenance man would be there and to think to move it and to give it to somebody else and to miss the whole thing?" And I said, "Isn't it funny the way those things happen to those kinds of people?" But when I was doing that, I was pointing, right? And when you point, you have these fingers pointing back at you. And I said, "Oh, this is my guides telling me not to be inflexible, telling me not to be insistent, not to be demanding, not to be so rigid with people. They're telling me that when I do these things, then the universe will orchestrate things around and cause things to be missed in my life
Law of
when
attraction.
when I am rigid, when I am inflexible, when I am demanding. It was a lesson for me to see because I could see this happening to my coworker, but it was actually my lesson. And I was so grateful. I was like, "Oh, I see it. I see it." So they're showing you bad behavior. They're showing you what not to do and how things will transpire to those people who behave in that way. And as a reminder for you to stay pure, stay clean, stay clear, stay focused, and stay humble, and stay kind and loving and compassionate.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
A
reflection.
great story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might interject something that
Mm.
sometimes people with that type of attitude are also perhaps suffering from certain types of mental illness that cause that. So that's another thing to remember that,
Oh,
yeah.
there's and just stress can cause,
Oh,
people to behave in
mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
So,
Mhm.
so G. Covington, just thank you, Jean, for telling the story. Um, they're not saying that you are doing crap. They're not. That's not what they're saying. But they're just reminding you to have a little bit of mercy for them and for yourself, and to look for those ways where that you might be not helping the situation, or you might be contributing to the situation, either adversely or positively. Um, just remember, this is a different thing that they told me. I had a boss that was so much trouble once, and they recently let me know that I had had an agreement with her from back when I was getting ready to go into this life, that she was going to be a pain so that I could grow. So look for the growth, look for the growth area too.
It gives
It's
you an opportunity to be compassionate and to kind of um, not understand where they're coming from, but kind of um, understand that it has nothing to do with you. you know, and don't take it personally because people are going to behave that way. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Terry. Sorry. I
It,
mean,
it's
mhm.
interesting. The first thing I got immediately was a tornado. And that's why I said it must be bad. Um, and then I'm sorry, but while you were talking, Gene, I was just trying to dial into what that tornado was there to tell us. And then I saw Dorothy, very small, and the tornado very big. But then the next thing I felt was you you can watch it like a movie. That's what they told me. And I immediately recognized that because that's kind of a Buddhist thing. You know, when something's happening, you step back and you can watch it. And then you can remove all that personal emotion that's attached to it and release it. Right. And then you can bless it. All right. You can just bless it. If you're watching a movie and you're seeing, and I don't know, sometimes I get pretty involved in movies, but you know, it's a movie, right? So if you got this tornado in your office and it's going on, step back from it and just kind of watch it and remove judgment and remove emotional reaction to it. And I think you're going to find some peace with that. And I pray and hope that you do. Tornado. Ugh. You can do it.
You can do it.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
I'm just going to click on this real quick. Reminder.
Yeah, Ron, we'll be watching that.
Yes. Okay.
That's great, Ron. We love you.
Yes, we do. I don't know what we'd do without you. Valerie S. says
Yeah.
she's been wondering about why I am drawn to ancient mysticism and just know thing and don't know how or why. She just knows things and doesn't know how or why. I feel a huge change. May I have your wisdom, please? If you get anything, feel free to go.
I got, I have a thing when I see past lives, it's like I see Valerie, 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 Valerie. It's like going back into a kaleidoscope. It's definitely a past life. And when I got in closer, I could see you standing in a temple. I haven't had enough time yet to really see exactly what you're doing, but you're in a very beautiful temple. And you're standing behind, you're standing behind this thing that has fire in it. And there are people surrounding you. It's some kind of ceremony in a temple. And you're conducting the ceremony. I'm going to try to focus in now and just kind of get more information if you ladies want to jump in.
Well, I too definitely feel it's past lives bleeding through and memories of past lives and uh, kind of like your soul tapping you and reminding you and bringing this up. Um, it's definitely one of your many past lives.
Mm-hmm.
It was important. It was something that you did or felt very strongly about. And there's something in that can teach you a lesson in this lifetime, or to give you information, or to help you through this lifetime. There's a bit of wisdom there.
I saw like not a desert per se, but an arid place, and I saw your spirit walking there and picking up some stone or some things, like an archaeologist kind of. And it's funny, you picked up a little piece of pottery, like a little piece of it, and I know that you've touched it before in a different life.
Cool.
And I'm hearing remember, remember, remember. And I haven't really gotten something like this before, but I kind of feel like there's some sort of ceremony you need to do to bring forth some of this ancient wisdom for today that is still there. You still got it. It's still, but it somehow has to be drawn into this life now for use.
That was the final part that I got, was that, Valerie, if you just relax about it, and what are the words I'm looking for? You just understand that this is part of who you are, glorious, luminous being, and that if you should want to know more information about it, simply ask your guides and then relax. And more of that will be able to come in and guide you. It sounds like something that's knocking at the door. And if you just relax, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would put an intention out each and every morning. Show me what is important for me to learn today. Show me something about my ancient mysticism history. Show me, help me to uncover this wisdom, and little clues will be provided for you.
Yeah, that's exciting, Valerie.
Yeah. I hope that helps. And that's amazing. That's amazing. Let's pick that up. Oh, well, now this one is interesting. And I kind of want to learn along with Melinda. Why my pendulum doesn't always give me correct answers? What am I doing wrong? It took me a long time to finally sync up with my pendulum. So if you ladies have answers, I want to know too.
Well, let's ask the pendulum. I think somebody in the chat already said that Nancy Jean and Lilac Lantern, Andrea, and Danny Shea did a pendulum show together. And it was really very good. I think it was on Nancy Jean's channel. And what I found, and I've given this example before, so forgive me if you've heard it before, but I had a coworker and she was pregnant, and I said, "Oh, let me see what kind, what sex the baby's going to be." And I said, "Is the baby going to be a boy?" And it said yes. And I said, "You're going to have a boy." Well, she went to the doctor a couple of weeks later and says, "Jean, I hate to tell you, but the doctor said it's a girl. Who's right? Are you right or the doctor right?" I'm like, "No, the doctor's right." So what I didn't say is this show, I didn't say, is this baby going to be a boy? I just said, is she going to have a boy? Her second baby was a boy. So it said yes. And I was right, but my mind, I assumed, I was intending it was this baby, but they do take it very literally and very specifically. And you can say, am I ever going to get a new job? Well, ever is a long time, So it's very important to be specific and as clear as you can be, and ask it in different ways. So I can say, am I 7 feet tall? Do I have green hair? Do I have, and um, like kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but ask it outrageous things to make sure that you calibrate it every, maybe before you use it each time, until you start building this intimacy, and make sure you pick it up and use it each and every day so that you build the trust. And mine, it doesn't have to move very far in order for me to understand what it's kind of telling me.
Very cool, Jean.
Yeah.
Do either of you have anything on that?
I it took me a while to interact with my pendulum. I found that it also helped to like hold it to my heart, hold it to my chest, and then use it. And then definitely the questions, how you ask the questions is very important. You can get the wrong answer by asking it the wrong question or being too broad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I find that sometimes my pendulum won't answer at all, or maybe it will kind of go in a circle. And what I've slowly over time figured out is that I have asked the wrong question, or I have confused it a little bit. So something's not right with the question I'm asking, and so I have to think about it a little bit and figure out what am I supposed to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we're all individuals, and that's why I read the tarot cards, because I can't do the pendulum. I tried and tried and tried. But you have the same thing with the tarot cards. You have to ask a specific question and say it over and over again so that you know exactly what you're asking, so that when you see the answer, you're absorbing it. And at least with tarot, you can draw a clarifier card. But
Well, I think that's a good idea with the pendulum as well. Clarify it. Say, is this baby in this pregnancy going to be born in 3 more months? Is this baby going to be the boy? Like, ask it a validating question.
Mhm.
So is a boy going to be her first baby? Or, just ask it in different ways from different angles, and try and get it to be a little more consistent that way. But it has a lot to do with your energy, your intention, and your focus.
I also found, and this is
Great
going to
comments.
sound a little rough because it sounds a little bit rough when I say it, but I find that when I first pick up my pendulum, sometimes I say out loud, "Pendulum, do my bidding. Answer my question, please." Basically, tell it to get to work, and it works. It's kind of weird.
That's an intention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
sounds-
tips, ladies. I might try it again someday. We'll see.
It took me a long time, Terry. It took me a long time. Okay. Let's see. Here is an unusual question. Been recently connecting to family via other channels, via Ron's for one. Recently downloaded an app called Ghost Talk. Is it just a lot of noise, or might I actually connect? Do you guys know what she's talking about? I do. I haven't tried it though.
I've tried it.
I
think go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that it's very random, and it does give you words randomly. And I think that most of the words are random. And then when you see a word that is not so random and kind of hits a nerve with you, or hits what you're something that resonates with you, like maybe a nickname, or maybe, something your grandfather would always say, or something, and it said it. So you can maybe put 2 and 2 together. But I think it's the intention again. Like, you can call your loved ones in, you can call your spirit guides in, and they will be able to manipulate this thing, but this app. However, this app does just randomly kick out words. So could be a little bit of chance, but I do believe there is some. I think that it's something that a spirit guide would be able to manipulate it on occasion. I'm not sure if I would rely on it or follow it or, yeah.
Well, it's my personal opinion and feeling that anytime you put anything between you and spirit, or you and your loved ones, or you and your guides, um, you're asking for misinterpretation. So it actually is, we're designed to be able to communicate to them, talk to them, and watch, and you'll see, yeah, you might see some responses in an electronic device or some technology. Um, you may see something happen outside. An interesting bird will catch your attention. These are far more fascinating messages, and you're going to get so much more closer to your loved ones on the other side. If you connect just with this device, that's kind of all you got. And yeah, it may hit it every once in a while, but you're missing out on this giant world. You can walk in, like, kind of like we do, walk in two worlds, and know that they're there, and talk to them all the time, and you'll get answers. Yeah, it'll start happening.
I haven't tried it, and I probably won't, because it'd probably scare the pants off me. But because I got enough going on now, okay? There's too much going on. Oh, not like that. Like, it's too much going on around. And they're dinging me, and they're hearing. Yeah, I don't. I think I got enough going on than letting my phone have at me too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a divination tool. It's sort of like a game or a trick that,
yeah,
Could be
I
kind
wouldn't.
of like a Ouija board or that kind of thing, and like I say, you're missing out on so much. I mean, I get songs, I get ridiculous jokes, I get things that just blow my mind all the time, and I'm not anything that special, folks. It's just you start opening it up, and they bring it in.
Yep.
I would do automatic writing. I would ask for a
Mhm.
song. I would, ask for a sign and, talk to your loved ones and bring in, um, like ask for, just bring in high positive energy,
Mhm.
and that'll work for you, and it'll be more meaningful for you, I believe, as well.
Far more meaningful. If I can just tell the story really quickly, I think some of you know I'm taking care of my 101, soon to be 102-year-old mother now. And the other morning, I woke up, and in my head was this song, not a song that's in my playbook. It's the Tennessee Waltz, and that was my dad's song. And that was clearly the song. He used to play it to me on the violin. That's his song. And it stuck with me in the morning. I'm like, oh, he's here. He's telling me, yeah, everything's cool. It's really cool that she's with you. And he was encouraging me. That's a lot more information that you would get from just, a few bleeps or signals. It's a personal message. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great story.
Oh, it just warmed my heart so much.
I love it when they do that.
Yeah, I do too.
Our good friend Caroline Adams. She was a classics major, Latin, Greek, ancient history, and Valerie Q made me wonder if I also lived in ancient Rome or Greece.
Ooh, let's have a look.
I believe you did. I believe a lot of us did. It wasn't that long ago. Um,
I just got a response from the guides that made me laugh, but it's like they were saying, if you relax and close your eyes and imagine that you were living that life in Rome or Greece and see how much information flows in, you know, it's like if it was a past life, you're going to know it. You'll start to smell things and feel things and imagine things. And I think that's kind of your answer, but I kind of suspect, like Terry does, that you did.
yeah, I have a little bit more
Ah,
about that life, but I want to wait a little bit before I just blurt it out.
Well, the only thing that I would like to add, Carolyn, is I don't have personally, Jean doesn't have the language to tell you what I'm seeing. And what I'm feeling is that didn't Greek, the history, ancient Greek begin academics and
oh,
scholars and
yeah.
um,
Mhm.
philosophy? And I mean, didn't they wasn't that the foundation for all of collegiate and all of I just don't have the exact terms to tell you,
Right.
but this is where I find you're resonating is in the beginning when they were developing this and you were one of the great philosophers and scholars in the Greek when they were building this foundation for education.
Mhm. Yes, I
Very cool.
I too, that was quite a long time, and you've had a couple lives there, and I believe the life Jean is seeing happened first, and the life I'm seeing happened second.
Hmm.
In the second one, I think you were a female, because I definitely saw you there, saw you as a female, saw you in kind of that not toga garb, but that kind of clothing where there's a lot of gathered up fabric. And I see you working at a bar. You're serving if you smell anything, I bet you're going to be smelling beer and ale and stuff like that. But
Wine.
you are not just any ordinary barmaid. I see that the life before, the knowledge you had, that you're teaching people as you're serving them,
Mm.
because it seems like that where you're serving them from is not it's not like, it's more like, you know a restaurant, but a place for people to rest. It feels like you're teaching youth, that they're coming in there and you're actually teaching them.
That's
um,
exciting.
but the energy, the knowledge comes from the other life.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Well, I truly believe that the things that we're attracted to, we have a natural attraction to, and nothing in this life that would indicate it. Those are things from our past life. Like if you walked into my house, you're going to see Celtic crosses, you're going to see Buddhas, lots of Buddhas. I love the Buddhas. And you're going to see all kinds of things, the Southwest desert, things like that. I'm really super attracted to. And, I never really thought about it. And then one day it just dawned on me, these are some of the lives that you've had in the past.
Wow.
Yeah, I totally love Native American flute. I have one. I play it often. You'll just get attracted to something and you'll feel an affection for it. And I believe that's from a past lifetime.
For
Wow.
sure. For
I
sure.
I recently am really, really in love with the Athenian owl. I've got a
Oh,
lot of owls around my house right now.
there you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Wow,
That's
that's really interesting.
Yeah, I have French provincial furniture in my home, and
Wow.
I am not, and it is really not me. I'm very organic and natural and French provincial, a little splash of it. And
Yeah.
people are like, wait, Jean, what?
There you go. There you go.
Wow. Okay, well, it's funny. So here, Caroline gives us a little feedback.
Okay.
I suspect I was a student of the great ones, not a philosopher. They had snack bars in Rome, not just wine bars. Oddly, I can't drink wine in this life. Thanks
Ooh.
for looking. Wow. Let's see. We are out of questions. I'm wondering if there was some that went by because I was looking at the start and I wasn't. Oh, hang on. This looks really interesting. T. Barb, Terry, if your mom can speak. Whoops. I got my dad on Alexa. He requested. Oh, not me, Terry. Terry Lee.
Okay.
My
Okay.
mom's already gone.
Oh, cool. Oh, what a great idea. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much. We'll give that a go.
Yeah.
At this point, we try to give her lots of things that she enjoyed when she was young. So she's a big cowboy movie fan.
Aw.
But that would be
Well,
lovely for her to be able to listen to a book and her music. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
um,
Let's see. Do you see any comments, Jean, that we might want to? Oh,
I just wanted to know if anybody had, if anybody recently discovered their spirit animal. If they did, if they want to put that in the chat. And I also wanted to, I know that Juno's in the chat, and a few shows ago, I was reading for her. I can't even remember when and where, but that she had a dragon in one of her past lives. And I realized, because I'm going back and checking some of my older readings to try and start editing my next video. And I was listening to some of my older readings, and one of the ones that I had with Juno, a dragon appeared there, and I hadn't put two and two together. So it was the second time that it appeared. And I thought that was really interesting that I had no idea. And this organically came up in a live show and in a private reading. But what I remembered about Juno's reading that I did was that she was syncing consciousness with her dragon. And it felt to me like when she would just feel and think, like, but not think, but she would have to feel like she would want to fly. It would be her feeling, her emotion, and her desire to fly, and then the dragon would fly. Like they melded consciousness and not soul, but it was just amazing, the feeling that I felt when she was like just merging with this dragon, that she would just feel like she would want to fly, and then the dragon would fly. It's like this. And I think that I know this is probably going off the deep end, but I might as well just
Oh,
go
please
there.
do. Please do, because I'll go deeper. I have something deeper. Go ahead.
I think that Dr. Gail also feels this when she drives her spaceship. She puts her hands in the
Yes.
windshield and just says fly. She just feels fly, and it goes, not fly, but go or move, or and I think that this consciousness, merging consciousness with things, is not it's a constant, and it's available to us. I think it's fascinating.
Oh, oh, oh. Me,
what?
me.
Go ahead,
I'm a huge Ancient Aliens fan. Huge. And they just recently had an episode that talked about the history of dragons and what dragons really were. Flying things that breathed fire. And that they, in fact, could have been describing spaceships, because there is no actual physical being, animal, that even could resemble a dragon. But if you look at a dragon with its wings outspread and its long tail in the back and the fire coming out, the legends could easily have been about spaceships. And that would tie right in to that, Jean. And by the way, I have a
Absolutely.
dragon over my front door. So, ooh.
Ooh.
That's
Really cool.
fascinating. That's so cool that you brought that up because that's what I was going to say.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was talking about moving energy too. Um, so with the hands, I was in a meditation recently, and my spirit guide took me to another guide, and we went to another planet, and they took me to a conference room, and they were telling me stuff, and I was fascinated by the conference table. So the conference table looked like that it had like I went to an all water planet. I was talking to whales and dolphins, but mostly whales. And they looked like humans, though, but blue, kind of. And the table had what looked like a fossilized whale in it, like a mummified whale in it, and it was very glassy, and this whale was kind of browns and whites. And I should also preface this that when they told me where we were going, they said, you're going to talk to the wise ones, the ancient ones.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, great. It didn't seem all that ancient yet, but that table, I was like fascinated by this table. And I was looking down at it, and suddenly the whale fossil in the table blinked. And I was like, what? And it was a little, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And then without thinking, I put my hands on the table, and it started talking to me. And
Wow.
I had to pick it off and put it back. I had to play with it a while. I was like, what? And they're like, Terry, pay attention here.
Wow. Terry,
But
I love your journeys. I swear you need to contact a Hollywood producer today.
that one might
That
have
was
been very
beautiful.
Hollywoody, but it was an incredible journey. And but it's that merging of energies. I think when Dr. Doodle merges her energy and flies, things can happen. I had never done that before, where I used my hands and merged my energy on a thing like that. I mean, I know it's in my head, but still it was, I mean, I wouldn't normally think that myself. So
I think
yeah.
I think that's why all of us probably have dreamt that we could fly.
Yeah.
If we moved in a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
we could fly. Yeah. I think those are past memories buried in our psyche.
Ooh, that would be so cool. Okay, we're getting on here, and we
I
got
know.
a question.
That was fun though.
That was fun. This is from Miss Steve 000. If time, a friend, Marilyn, passed in January. We talked about the other side and experiences she was having on this side. To Marilyn, hi. Did your transition exceed your expectations? Let's see if we can get a hold of Marilyn.
I'm not getting very much. She's either very, very quiet, or it may be um, a bit soon for me to be able to connect. I'm not sure why I'm not getting very much. Just seems very quiet and still.
I got a visual.
What did you get?
I don't know. It was beautiful. I don't know if she liked horses or this is just her way of showing you. Trying to get something that I can validate. I'm getting brown hair. I see a beautiful woman on a white horse, and this horse is running like through the stars, and all around are these drifting clouds. Just the horse is just like breaking into the clouds, and the clouds split, and you can see the universe. And I'm hearing, does this tell you the answer? Does this tell you the answer? And she's just, oh gosh, the feeling is really beautiful. It's breathtaking. It's breathtaking.
I
Yeah.
I just heard kind of a, oh yeah, oh yeah. But I saw a slightly different vision, and I think in between, probably riding through the universe, I for some reason I saw a stone stairway, an old old stones, and I kind of followed her, and I think that what she also got to do, one of the things, was to explore, because she's walking and going up the little stairway and looking over the parapet and looking around, and like she's just having an absolute amazing time exploring her new universe.
Yeah. It was exhilarating. It was an exhilarating feeling.
I didn't really get a close up of her. I just got the feeling of just so entranced, so amazed.
Yeah, that was pretty. I'm glad I got to see that.
Good job, girls. That was a tough one.
Mm-hmm. That can be a tough one.
Yeah, you were right. It was quiet. It wasn't, a talkative visit.
Mm-hmm. Valeria said, I'm not sure what she said. Oh my God, me too. But she sees a white Siberian tiger.
Oh, on the last reading, is that what she's talking about?
I think when I asked if anybody recently found out who their power animal is, and she wanted to say that a white Siberian tiger, that's amazing.
Ooh.
Let me see if I can. And what in the tradition and how it was taught to me is that it's not a white Siberian tiger, it is the white Siberian tiger collective.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's the energy of the white Siberian tiger. It's their soul essence, and they present to you. So it's not a,
Yeah.
it's the, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Wow.
Very cool. That's the feeling I got one time in a meditation, actually in the Rocks and Feathers class. Of I got a blue whale, and I got the feeling of just that enormous blue whale, but it was like there was many of them all around me. Whoo!
Wow.
It
And
was really
they do
neat.
say in the animal kingdom, they do have a collective consciousness.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do share the consciousness
Certainly.
altogether.
Most
Right.
certainly. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you've ever been around a herd of horses, you'll sense that right away. Horses are the most sensitive herd animals there are, and wow, they're amazing to watch.
Yeah. They are, my last job was at a therapeutic riding center, and
Me too.
they would work with children and adults with disabilities. And, a horse can actually hear your heartbeat from 6 feet away. So they already know if you're scared, if you're whatever. And it was always so amazing because sometimes as we're getting the horses ready to do their job, you know, they may be nice to us, they may not.
Yeah.
I've been bitten once. You know, but the second they see their rider, whether the rider's a child or an adult, they just know, and they wouldn't do anything to hurt them. You know, they just melt into with
Mhm.
that person. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
To watch a good therapy horse work is just a real treat because they really do heal. They heal people.
Ooh, Jean, look at this. Wisdom Seeker Joan had a sea serpent appear in a reading yesterday that looked like a dragon.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I have not been read by Joan. I should sign up.
Yeah,
Oh, and
absolutely.
Chris MK said Dr. Gail may have gone to that same planet. And I have talked with her. I think we kind of agreed that we went to the same planet. So that was kind of cool. Oh, and how about this is the last one because we're at an hour already. But T Barb said, ooh, 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 I have a question. I was swooped on by a hawk 3 times today in 3 different places. I said thank you, and my heart felt full. Was it a message or just a hey there?
If T-Barb could talk, I would say, what do you think? I would definitely meditate on it. I would definitely write words. I would definitely ask for clarity over the next couple of days. Yeah, but let's see what we can get.
I wish I had my Animal Speak book with me right now because we'll talk about it later. What was Barb's message?
I think he was being a mirror. I think he was saying, see me, see my spirit, see me connect with you. This is how you can connect. I think he was being a mirror.
I 100% support that. And when you said that, my heart just went ba-boom. Like deep.
Yeah, I totally resonate with that, Jean. Definitely.
Well, because T Barb's got a lot going on. She's growing like
Sure.
crazy.
Yeah.
Part of your awakening. Yeah.
But for everyone out there, seriously, the book is called Animal Speak. I wish I had the book close to me so I could give you the name of the author, but I've had it for years. It's right on the money. I take it everywhere, like I'm camping or out in nature. It's really an amazing book. You should check it out.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we're talking about animals.
Me too.
Because I also did, it seems like they've just been around a lot. I did a reading where I saw a golden pheasant.
Oh.
And I had to look it up. Like, what does that mean? It means a wish fulfilled and support for the person. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, I missed that first part. What meant a wish fulfilled?
The golden pheasant.
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So T-Barb wants to know what a mirror means. She doesn't understand what I meant by a mirror.
Okay.
So the hawk is showing you his spirit. He is so that you could see your spirit. He's flying in front of you to show you his spirit, the spirit of the hawk, and so that you can see your spirit in him. It's a mirror, so that the spirit of the hawk, you felt it, you saw it, and it's in flight, and it's a mirror for you, for your spirit. See, this is your spirit.
Yeah.
This is you. I'm you. And not literally hawk, but spirit. But see, the spirit in the hawk is similar to the spirit in you. He was behaving with spirit. He was behaving using his spirit, manipulating his spirit to help you to notice him and his spirit so that you can notice you and your spirit.
Very good. Very good. Very good
Hope that
explanation.
makes
Jean.
sense.
Yeah.
A little more sense, T-Barb.
Yeah.
Well, I think that along with the thinning of the veil, I think that the cosmic consciousness is melding. And that's why I think we're having all these fascinating, interesting communications with animals, trees, plants, birds. And it's all part of what's happening right now. And get out there and enjoy.
I was just noticing that Kate has some great advice on asking for information before bed. But the next one from her is cool. I am looking for a dragon tiara. Any suggestions?
Etsy.
Oh, wow.
I love Etsy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try Etsy.
Okay.
You might even be able to, like, if you find an unusual artist on Etsy who does creations, you might be able to commission it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. Okay, well, ladies, I think we are done. Just because we've run out of time.
Mhm.
Any last words for the good of the order?
I see that Ruth just popped up and she wants to know if any of us will be offering any classes.
Classes.
Wow.
Ooh, now
That's so
there's a
sweet
thought.
of you, Ruth.
There's a thought.
We'll keep that in mind and
I think we should.
you'll be the first one to know if we do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Starfish, Ruth, T-Bar, Wisdom Seeker Joan, Chris MK, that just Ron Unconditional, Juno, and everybody, Valerie, everybody asking their questions and being here and supporting us, and Kate, and sharing your wisdom and helping others on the chat. And it's just we would not be able to be here without you. We really appreciate you supporting us and supporting the channel and having fun with us on a Friday night. We like these Friday nights, and we like for them to be not outrageous, but a little fun, a little, energetic. And we couldn't do it without you. And that's why we were kind of just throwing out different ideas and trying to spark some interest for you guys to talk about. And we just really thank you. And I thank you, Terry Suzuki and Terry Lee, for being just amazing to read with. It's so much fun.
Well,
Awesome.
right back at you.
Yeah. And if I could jump in and just say to all of you out there in the chat, the energy is all about all of us. It's just not us three up here. So if we feel supported and comfortable and relaxed, it opens up the doors for the guides and our helpers to give us information to share with you and vice versa. So it's a very powerful thing. And I also want to say, I highly suggest you book a reading with these two lovely ladies, because as a psychic, I can say they are very powerful. And I so enjoy the bounce that we all get off of each other. And it's certainly, it never disappoints, ever. So check them out.
Yeah, thank you. That brings me a question. Are you still taking readings right now, or are you
on my website, purevisionarypsychic.com?
You got to get a reading from her too.
All right.
Just before we go, I want to remind everybody to please subscribe to all three of our channels, because normally we will do these kind of lives with subscribed chat, We didn't this time just because I had technical difficulties.
April
But
Fool's Day, that's why.
yeah, but that helps us keep the trolls out. And of course, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to our channels, and it helps us out. It helps us know that people like what we're doing and the information we're putting out. And you never know. Well, you are going to know in a moment, but you never know which channel we're going to pop up on, and we may add people to our pop-up rounds too. You never know.
Sure.
But Jean, aren't we popping up next on yours?
Yes, we'll be here at the same time on my channel next Friday, the 8th of April.
Woo, woo.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and by the way, everybody, Jean is almost at 500 subscribers.
Jean,
Please
girl, you're
go
on fire.
subscribe. Make your friends subscribe. Make your kids subscribe.
Yeah.
To my
Thanks
dog. To my
thanks to
dog.
all of you.
My
And Lauren, if I could just say that Lauren wants to thank all of us for giving her a reading last week, that we asked her to take some time to heal and relax. And she said it helped her to stop, and it's
Oh,
helping her tremendously.
wonderful.
Yeah. I don't remember specifically because when we're getting messages, but definitely I thank you for mentioning that, and you're welcome.
Yeah. And I'm going to be giving Lauren a reading privately here in like a week or so. So
Excellent.
she won a
Excellent.
reading on my channel. So looking forward to
Oh,
that.
congratulations. Congratulations. Woo woo. D Barb said, thank you guys very, very much. Happy Friday to everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yep.
Good times. Good times.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for hosting.